When it comes to finding yourself, we are told that copying others is bad and we must be original. However, I believe that these two ideas are contradicting and only set you back on your journey to be your true, authentic self. Let me explain you why. No one wants to be a copycat. Copycats are bad people. Think about Paige Neiman. She terrorizes basically Ariana Grande's life. She's seen as a stalker. She only destabilizes the whole fandom and makes fans look bad. On the other hand, it is seen as good to be original, authentic, to be yourself. We hear a lot of times, just be yourself. But what does that mean? How do you know how to be yourself? Because, especially when you're a teenager, you don't know what the hell is going on. You go through a lot of phases, you identify with a lot of things, there's a lot going on all of the time. And how do you truly know who yourself is in the middle of all of this? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you how to use inspiration in the right way, how to not be a copycat but still take things that you like from other people, and what skills you need to develop right now in order to find your true self. So let's lock in and think together about how we are going to find ourselves in 2026, guys. I have my notes. I hope you have your drinks and let's get into it. So copying is seen as a bad thing, and I get it. You're not going to find yourself in a whole entire person because you are unique. However, your features are not, because let's be honest, there's billions of people in this planet and there's going to be people who like the same stuff as you. However, it will be very rare that someone likes exactly the same things as you. But copying is not entirely bad, because we hear a lot that we need to be original, we need to be authentic. In hustle culture, we are told we need to be ourselves without shame. When you're trying to content create, we are told we have to find our very own niche. In fashion, you have to be authentic. You can't follow trends. You have to find your own specific thing. I think this video will be good for any type of area that you're trying to find yourself in. Whether that's art, whether that's business, whether that's just your own personal values, in any type of journey where you want to find yourself, basically, I think this video will be helpful. I think this video will be helpful for any of those areas, because in anywhere that you're trying to pursue authenticity, self-exploration is necessary. When you're trying to improve yourself, you have to know what and how you want to improve. And how do you find that? By looking at other people. However, taking inspiration often leads to copycat allegations in social media, which I do not agree with, because one thing is to be Paige Neiman and another thing is to only take inspiration and also honestly appreciation for another person. So today I am here in defense of inspiration as a way to develop your creativity and imagination as a pathway to innovation. Inspiration is a critical tool for reinvention and rebranding. If you're doing the whole rebranding 2026, you are not going to build a whole new persona. You will take little things you like from people who inspire you and you will build your image. So now that I laid out my main thesis, which revolves around self-exploration, inspiration, and reinvention, there's a couple of things to consider. One, there is a thin line between copying and being inspired. So as I said before, we will not copy an entire person. We will take little things we like and enjoy from people, from art, whatever inspires you, basically. Because we are unique. However, we are not unique because everything about us is one of a kind, but because we are a mix of little things that other people have. So what makes us unique is the combination of the characteristics that already exist in the world. We don't have unique characteristics per se. What makes us special is the way we combine things. So that's what you should focus on, and what I personally focus on. On a more practical note, this translates to noticing details you like. And I will use fashion examples because I think those are the most easy to understand right now. So do you remember when Kylie Jenner, I think, or one of the Kardashians, posted a photo with a very basic white tank top, and everyone was like, I want that tank top, that is amazing. And everyone went and found the exact brand of white tank top she was wearing, and everyone got it. Well, that is insane in my opinion, because you can find a white tank top like that literally everywhere. And also, that is just a white tank top. Like, there is nothing special about it. And there's so many different ways of white tank topping. Let's say like that. For example, she had those like more thick straps, but there's thinner straps. There's even thicker straps. There's not so white. There's different types of white. It could be another color. It will have the same effect, I think. Maybe. I'm not a huge fashion person, but I'm also guessing not everyone is. So if you did go for that white tank top, why? Why did you like that white tank top so much? Is it the texture? Is it how it fit? Do you like that type of fitting? So maybe go look for something that fits like that. This is the type of inspiration we want to take. A personal example, I saw once Emma Chamberlain vlog, and she was in Italy and she bought this red necklace that had a little crystal, and I was low on necklaces that time. I had only like one necklace and I really wanted new ones. And I saw that vlog and I was like, I love that necklace and I want a necklace just like that, because I think that is exactly the type of necklace I like. And what I liked about it was that it was kind of tighter. It had very pretty red crystal, and the thing about red is that I love wearing red accessories, matching things with red. Red is kind of like one of my main colors, and I knew that. So I got inspired by this Emma Chamberlain's vlog to buy a necklace like that, and it's actually right here. Wait, I didn't get the exact same one, but I found this on my trip to Turkey, that I also have a vlog on if you want to check it out. And I got it right here and I love it so much. Not only it is something that I wear a lot, I wear this necklace so much. It matches with a lot of like red clothing I have, and it has sentimental value because I got it in a very special trip for me to Turkey that I really enjoyed. Now, staying on this example, I do not copy everything Emma Chamberlain does. That will be insane. But there is people who are so lost in this journey of finding themselves, and that's totally fine. Like, this is hard, okay? Sometimes we overthink so much that we really lose the sense of ourselves, and I really relate to that because I have a huge overthinking problem. Hello. But I know that there's people who, for example, if they were in my position, they will think that necklace is amazing and it looks amazing in her outfit, so I'm not only gonna buy the exact same necklace, I'm gonna buy the exact same outfit she's wearing. However, like, if you liked one part of the outfit, you're not gonna copy the whole thing. You're not gonna get the same haircut as she has, unless you specifically like that haircut. Then get the haircut, not the necklace. You have to find what is really attracting you to that idea, to that image, and then copy that one detail. Don't copy the whole image. And now this can be translated to every other area that you're trying to improve on. For example, content creation. You really like how someone promotes something in their channel. Then what do you really like about it? Is it the structure? Is it the way they speak? Is it the colors they use? And don't copy the whole video or the whole post, for example, but copy just something you like about it. And that's how you make something your own. This can be used for art, for business, what you like about that certain business strategy you just noticed, things like that. And that's how you start really building your own image and brand. Now, there's another issue that arises, because if there's a thin line between copying and taking inspiration, there is also a thin line between copying well and copying badly. I think I already touched on this, but now I will explain it better. So Emma got that necklace in a local Italian, or or was it French? And she got that necklace in a local shop. But imagine it was something I could get online. Imagine that I went on the online shop and got the exact same necklace. In my opinion, that is bad copying, because I don't even know if I could get that for cheaper. I don't even know if that necklace is exactly how I want it. Is there better options? Because this is where you truly ask yourself, what do I like about it? Is it the color? Because sometimes you really like the color but you don't like the shape. Or you really like the shape but you don't like the way it's so tight. Maybe you want a looser necklace like this one. You have to think about those things. Another thing is, don't make impulsive decisions. Think about it. Don't just go out of your way to shop. That's something I hate to do, because when I go out of my way to shop, I always buy something just to buy something. And that's terrible. Don't buy something just to buy something. Only when you're specifically giving out time for that and you feel like you're making a conscious decision, you know? Not saying I'm perfect. I have also done bad things. Spoiler alert, I've done bad things in my life. For example, with this channel, I've made bad decisions before. There is this video that I made like 5 or 6 weeks ago where I made a thumbnail because I really liked from other creators the way they did their thumbnails. So I basically kind of copied it but made it like my own with things that I like. However, I have realized now that it is not exactly the face for my channel. It is not the type of thumbnail that I want, so I have completely changed it from now on. And I don't know when you're watching this video if by then I will have changed that thumbnail, if it's still gonna be there, but I'm pretty sure you can guess which one it is. So basically what I did there is, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, you did a bad decision, this is bad, take myself down for it. No, but now I will say that was good. I experimented. I give myself, like, I'm proud that I experimented, you know? By experimenting, I found out that that is not what I want. So that is why self-exploration is so important. And I'm glad I tried that thumbnail out and it didn't really work. My CTR is not that high in this video. But I did it, and that's how I know that I don't want that kind of thumbnail right now, because if I didn't try, I would have been thinking about it all this time. Now, third thing to consider is there is a huge difference between being inspired and being influenced, being manipulated by advertising and trends. Now, I think this is the hardest one to differentiate and to really be aware of in your daily life, because we are constantly being bombarded by these things. If you're on social media, you're constantly looking at influencers, I believe, and you're seeing what they're wearing. They're most probably doing every trendy stuff out there, and you feel like you like it, but then you start disliking it 3 months later and you're wondering, why was this a phase? No, you were just influenced, you were just manipulated into liking these things. And it's not bad, it's not your fault. Sometimes playing out with trends is fun. And again, it is good for self-exploration. If you feel like you might truly like a trend, and if it is something that costs money and you have the money for that, try it out, do it, see if it works. In your business, if you're in a place to experiment, try new things, go for it. Engage in trends. However, it is not sustainable to engage in trends always, like forever. If it's a fashion trend, not good for your wallet to always be changing your closet every season. Trends will not always work, so that's not good. For content creation, trends might flop sometimes, trends might age badly, trends might be disproven. If you're doing something that's trendy in your diet, in your fitness plan, trends might die out very fast and might age like milk. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to attract that into our lives. So how do we get past this? We must always be thinking, do I only like this because someone else is doing it, because I think highly of this person and they're doing it, so I want to do it too? Or is it because I truly like looking at this? I truly think this could work on this project, could work for me. Do I identify with this, or is it something that's eye candy, basically. What I want to get to is that you might have noticed that every time I am talking about these things to consider, I am asking you questions. And these questions are the questions you have to ask yourself. Because the way you will find yourself is by using critical thinking. And this is why critical thinking is so important. And we all have heard that with the rise of AI, with social media brain rot, with short form content infiltrating our minds and destroying our attention spans, it is hard to keep working on this and keep this skill alive. And I have seen that a lot of creators give you advice to how to maintain this alive by reading, writing, and not engaging as much with short form content. But I think that the best way to keep your critical thinking skill alive is not just to go cold turkey and cut down a bunch of things and start reading and being all intellectual, because it's hard. Like, you can't do that from day to night and night to day and you're a new person. Like, that is not how it works. But what you can do right now is start asking yourself questions. When you're doing something, it takes 1 second to take a step back and say, wait, but why am I doing this? Ask a lot of whys. I like to think that you're a child again and you're just asking a bunch of stuff like children are. Be curious about stuff, how your mind works. Think about all the possibilities. Think strategically about yourself. And this also leads me to self-analysis, because this will circle back to what I said in the beginning. You cannot improve yourself by not knowing what and how you must change in yourself. And how do you know what to change in yourself is by self-analysis. Now I will tell you a very hard truth. You will not find yourself if you are scared of looking deep within yourself, if you cannot deal with deep-rooted concepts and ideas or even traumas, if you cannot ask yourself, but why do I think like this? Why do I like this, but why cannot get myself to do this? Why can't I change? Why am I self-sabotaging myself? You that are watching this might identify with one or two of these questions, and you need to do this self-analysis. You need to look within yourself and know what you want to improve. And when you script out what you want to go for, that's when you will know what to look for and what to get inspiration in and what is good for you to copy. And another hard truth is that if you were looking for a quick fix, you're not gonna get it. That is the truth. This takes years. This has taken me years and I'm still working on it because I'm 20. I'm so young. Like, I will be working on this for the rest of my life, and that is amazing. That is why we are here on this life, and it is to find ourselves. And another thing that I've been thinking a lot lately is that improvement is often thought as a linear thing. We are born here and we are gonna get ourselves better and we're gonna end up here. And that's death. But that's not true. What is improvement is a circle. We find something to work on, we work on it, we conclude it, we get our goals, that's really nice. But then life goes on and we get new things to work on, and that's a circle again. Maybe that's very obvious for you. Maybe I'm making a fool of myself. I don't know, guys. I hope I hope this is nice advice for you. I don't know. I just really wanted to make a video about this. Tell you that copying is not bad. Copying is good sometimes. And it is okay. And that's how you're gonna find yourself. It's by copying, but it is basically aware and conscious copying. You have to ask yourself, you have to be in tune with yourself. You will start understanding yourself and your likes and what you want to do in life by taking notes of what you're noticing around you, what you're enjoying, what you're attracted to. Is how you're going to understand and go deeper within yourself, for your style, for your business, for what you want to do in life, for your future plans, for everything. If you're new to content creation like me, this is how you get things going and how you get things started. It's by thinking, what have I been enjoying this past months and why? You cannot be your authentic self if you're hiding from your true self. You don't find yourself by avoiding influence, you find yourself by understanding it. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was somehow good for you. Let me know if you like how I set this up. I turned the light on this time. I thought it will make the video cozier or something. Also, comment down below your opinions. If you disagree with me, that's fine, let me know. If you have more things to add, also let me know. If you enjoyed, maybe leave a like and subscribe. You can check out other stuff I have in my channel. This was a more like yapping session, but I have a lot more serious stuff, I would say, on my channel. Politics, sociological deep dives, things I think you would enjoy, so go check it out. And I guess I will see you next week. Bye! Oh my god. I just started recording, like, this is insane. I cannot put this phone up for my life. What? How do I... Okay. Finding people who like the same things as you, because sex... Whoa. No. Because sex... Let's not talk about sex. This video is not about sex. I just want to put this thing here. I don't want to break my phone. Imagine I just break my... Let's not jinx it. Okay. Let's not talk about things that we don't want to happen. Okay. Let's not manifest. Is this good? No.